Hi, and welcome to Yoga with Sila. Today we're going to be practicing a 30-minute relaxing, beginner-friendly Yin Yoga sequence. If you're not familiar with Yin Yoga, today we're going to be holding each pose for 3 to 5 minutes. And in between poses, we're going to practice counter poses for 1 minute each. The purpose of this way of practicing is to help stagnant energy in the meridians to be released and to create harmony into the body and mind. All the poses we're going to be practicing today are beginner friendly, but of course you can always incorporate some props. So prepare your bolsters, your pillows, your blocks or your blankets, whatever you have ready at home, and meet me on your mats. And let's begin. Our first pose today is a twisted roots variation. For this one, lie down on your back. Cross your left leg over your right, open your arms to the sides, and then drop your knees onto your right side as you turn your gaze to the left. If you find your left shoulder lifting up, you can use a blanket, you can wrap your blanket and place it underneath your shoulder, or you can do the same by placing a blanket under the upper knee. You can also place a bolster under the knee. And we're going to stay in the pose for almost 4 minutes. Try to relax your body into this pose. Try to feel the sensations. If you find yourself uncomfortable, you can place some more props, maybe a bolster, maybe a few blocks, to support wherever you're feeling discomfort. For this first pose of this class, try to focus on your breath. Observe the breath and the different sensations in your breathing. Try to stop all the doing. Try to stop all the thinking. Gently drop out of your thinking mind and try to just be. How does your breath feel like today? Observe the air going through your nostrils, coming into your nose, traveling behind your throat, finding its way into the windpipe and filling up your lungs. Continue observing the breath as the breath travels into the windpipe, to the back of the throat, back into the nose and out from your nostrils. Maybe you can try to compare the different sensations in your inhales and your exhales. You can try to deepen the breath. And maybe you can try to observe the subtle movements in your torso and in your abdomen, finding the different sensations in these little movements. Slowly let go of everything else and just be with the breath. Feel that your body is now relaxing. Slowly start coming out of your pose. Take a deep breath into your chest and bring your knees up again, extending your legs on the floor, keeping your legs slightly wider than hip distance apart and your arms a little bit lower, only a little wider than shoulder distance apart. And let your eyes close. Relax your body in your shavasana. We are practicing shavasana as a counter pose, so this is a great time to just feel that sensation of release in the body. Close your eyes and tune into the different sensations and see how you're feeling. Relax the body. You can imagine your body as radiant sensation, as if it's only made of sensations. And try to discover those sensations now. Now it's time for the other side. Bend your left knee and bring your right leg over, dropping your legs onto the left side and opening your arms to the sides on the same level as your shoulders. Again, if you want, you can use a prop to support the shoulder. You can use a prop to support the knees. You can place a bolster under the knees or a blanket under the shoulder. And just stay for the next approximately 4 minutes. Once again, relax the body. And once again, tune into the different sensations in the body. Maybe you can continue observing the breath for now. As you inhale, try to take a full breath to the top of your lungs. Hold your breath there and feel how that breath wants to escape you. Slowly and gently exhale all the breath out, all of it. And then you're going to find your body craving for fresh oxygen. And unless you let go of all the breath, you cannot bring more fresh oxygen. You would be limiting your own capacity of the fresh oxygen. And the same logic applies to everything in life. You need to let go of things that no longer serve you, that no longer has any purpose in your life. So you can bring in new and fresh ideas, thoughts, habits, people, knowledge, actions. Give yourself a moment to practice letting all the air out, exhaling all the way out, while also trying to internalize this habit of completely letting go. Take a deep breath in, hold on to your breath for a half second, and then slowly exhale all the breath out and feel how much more fresh and new oxygen you can bring in. Fresh and new breath. Remember that breath is prana, meaning energy. Every time you breathe in, you bring new energy into the body. And every time you exhale, you're letting go of some used up energy. Energy that no longer serves you, that no longer contributes anything to your life. It's the same principle in every aspect of life. Remember that. It's time to come out of this pose. Slowly come back and bring the knees up and extend your legs, lowering your arms for another 1 minute of shavasana, another minute of feeling the sensations and seeing if you can find that sensation of release. Observe your emotions. Observe your body. Close your eyes and let your body settle into this shavasana. Let your body settle into this pose. Drop out of the thinking mind and just be. Be sensations. Be feelings. Slowly draw your knees towards your chest and roll over onto your right side, using your left hand to bring yourself up. Bring your feet together in the center in butterfly pose. And then bring your right knee back and twist to your left side. Here you can use a block to support the hand, to support your left hand. And twist and stay in this pose. Continue breathing. This time you can start visualizing the breath. Imagine that there's a little elevator on your spine. And as you inhale, you're sending the breath down on the elevator. And as you exhale, you're sending the breath up on the elevator. Visualize the breath going up and down. You can also visualize the breath as energy or light. You can close your eyes and visualize this light or energy going up and down your spine. If you find that this pose is too uncomfortable for you, you can bring your right leg a little more towards the front. Or you can try to bring the left foot a little closer to the hip. Both would help adjust the pose. Try to stay in your pose. Continuing to breathe. Continuing the visualization of the breath moving up and down your spine. Maybe you can start deepening the breath. Maybe you can continue imagining your breath as energy or light, and you can try to send it all the way down to the deepest, darkest corners of your pelvic floor. And you can imagine that this energy or this light is enlightening all this dark area. Visualize the bright breath coming down into this dark place and enlightening every little corner, shedding light on every little shadow. You may have started to feel sensations deepening in your deer pose. We are soon coming out of the pose. And our next pose is a reclined tree pose, as a counter pose to deer. Slowly extend your right leg and slowly lie down on your back. If you want, you can support your left knee with a little blanket underneath or with a block underneath. Otherwise, just relax on the floor. Once again, tune into the different sensations and different feels in the body, dropping out of the thinking mind. Gently bend your knees and roll over onto your left side. Use your right hand to lift yourself up in a seated position and bring your feet together in butterfly pose again. This time, turn your left foot to the left side and twist to your right side. Place your right hand in the back, and if you want, you can place a block or a bolster to support your right hand here to make it easier to stay in this position. Take a few deep breaths and think about what is no longer serving you in your life. Let's start with thoughts and emotions. What thoughts or beliefs are you noticing that is no longer serving you? That's no longer bringing new into your life. That's no longer bringing fresh energy into your life. What can those be? Take your time, close your eyes, and look deep inside. You can always find the answers. You can always find the guidance deep inside you. What is coming up right now? What thoughts are you noticing that's not really good for you anymore? Often than not, we make ourselves believe in things that limit our potential. Often than not, we make ourselves believe in negative things about ourselves or about the things we do that doesn't help us grow, that creates negative emotions. As we talked about Yin Yoga and meridians, we talked about removing blockages on the energy channels, on the meridians. Thoughts, thinking, is one of the 3 ways of removing blockages. We can direct the energy with our thoughts. This is why it's so important to remove the thoughts that no longer serves us. Slowly come back to the center and extend your left leg, slowly lying down on your back for your reclined tree pose. In your reclined tree pose, you can use a blanket to support the knee. You can also use a block to support the knee, or you can just lie down on the floor and relax the body. Close your eyes and tune into the different sensations in your body. How do you feel? What sensations are there? And where are they in the body? Slowly bend both knees, roll over onto your right side, and use your left hand to slowly come up. Here, extend your legs in the front, and then slowly open your left leg to the side, coming onto your elbows, and then send your right leg back and grab your right leg with your left hand. So here, try to really turn the hips and the chest to the side and really try to draw the heel towards the hip. We're gonna stay here for 3 minutes. So if you're feeling uncomfortable anywhere in the body, just make sure that you support yourself. You can use, again, a blanket under the elbow. You can use your block or your bolster underneath your knee or your thigh, or you can use a strap around your foot. Stay in your cat pulling its tail pose. So now let's think about what habits is worth letting go of. What habits do you have in your life that's no longer serving you? Remember that what you do adds up to being your life. So what do you not want in your life anymore? Remember to breathe deeply. If you want, you can close your eyes. Remember that every action we take adds up and becomes our day. And every day adds up and becomes our life, our reality. And it is up to us to choose what we want to do, to choose our own actions. So think about those habits. Slowly release your leg and come into your child pose. Take a moment in your child pose. If you want, again, you can support your head, or you can support your chest with a bolster. You can support your knees with a blanket in your child pose. Once again, close your eyes, relax the body, and just be with the sensations. Find the sensations in the body. Find the feelings that are arising. Slowly come up. And now let's do the other side. Extend your legs in front of you. And then open your right leg to the side, bend your left knee, come on your elbows. And here, extend your left leg back. Turn your body slightly to the right side. Grab your left foot with your right hand. Draw the heel to the hip. Take a few deep breaths here and settle down into the pose and see if you feel uncomfortable. If your elbow is not comfortable, place a blanket. If your right leg is not comfortable, place a bolster or a block underneath the knee or the thigh. If it's hard for you to hold your foot here, use a strap. Now that we are reaching towards the end of this class, and we have reviewed all the things that we need to let go to make room for better new energies in our lives, let's think about what better new energies we want to bring into the life. What new thoughts, what new emotions, what new habits would make our lives better. Close your eyes and dream the life that you want to live. Envision it with every little detail. And that vision is going to give you the answers of what new things you need in your life, what you need to incorporate in your life. Remember to breathe deeply. And remember that all answers are always within you. Nobody knows you better than you. Nobody knows what you need better than you. Slowly release and come into your child pose. One last time, tuning into different sensations in the body. Once again, and for one last time, letting go of all the thoughts and just being. When you're ready, gently rise up from your child pose and find yourself a comfortable lying down position for your shavasana. Take as long time as you need in your shavasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed your practice with me, please don't forget to subscribe. Sending you love, kindness, and gratitude.